Greetings and welcome to Monster Legends, and another special feeding episode. This time I'm going to be feeding a guy who was actually in an event there not too long ago. I think it was the Space Corsairs. But I didn't get him that way. I got him from parts from various locations, ending with a very nice donation from my teammates. And this is Lord Mindson. And of course he's a legendary, he's nature, he has a lock ruin slot. But from what I hear, one, he's a good guy, which I suppose. And second, I'm probably going to want to unlock that slot. So let's find him a home, and I kind of have a home for him. He's going to be hanging out with Mordred. Did I mention he's a pirate? He seems to be a pirate. Alright, so let's just check him out here. Where is he? Where is he? Okay, he's here, and apparently there's an error that's actually his name. We'll find something good for him right there. Let's hope the inheritor doesn't corrupt him, because after all, he's a good guy. So, as I said, he is a legendary, he is a good guy, he is hardened, of course. He's nature, he's a good guy, and he's got a 20% chance of getting rid of those nasty effects. Of course, if it's on the other side, there's a much higher chance, just saying. And okay, let's check out his stats here. His power is it's not so great. His life's middle of the road, pretty much almost. And his speed's pretty good, though. His speed's pretty good, which, considering he's probably going to be messing with people, which is a good thing, you know. It helps you get away quickly, you know, in case it doesn't work. So let's check out some skills here. All right. We have Psychic Eater, deals low physical damage to one enemy, and Looking for the Compass, deals moderate nature damage to one enemy. And that special attack that we saw there, Revert and Update, removes all negative status effects from all allies, heals all allies by 60%, applies double damage to all allies, and that lasts for 2 turns. Okay, so that's kind of supporty. But then it's got healing and removal of stuff, and nature kind of does that kind of thing. So, that's completely within the realm of things that he is capable of. I'm guessing maybe he tends towards support then? I guess we're going to have to see. Look at him tip his hat, isn't that just so cute? One eye is all this monster needs. Thanks to his psychic powers, Privateer Morgan has never been steered wrong. Now he predicts the moves of Captain Copperbeard. However, Lord Mindson has his own mission, to destroy Lumuna, the only one who can match his powers. Okay, so maybe I was a bit wrong in calling him a pirate. He does have, he's obviously he's like a guy on the seas, maybe hunting pirates. So maybe I did misjudge him, because after all, he is a good guy, right? But he isn't going to be hunting anybody as a wee little guy like that. So let's get him up to 4. So that he can be, okay, there he goes. He's got a magnificent hat, too. Not really sure what happened to his arm, but, you know, maybe it's an improvement. Okay, he seems to be sensitive about that. I wasn't saying anything wrong about your arm, just so you understand. All right, so now we need to see what we came for, which is skills. So let's go. First one at level 7. Pit Scanner deals moderate nature damage to one enemy, 50% chance of applying possession. That's a good place to start. That's a very good place to start. Not the 50%, but everything else. Very good place to start. So let's continue. Level 10. Tool Hand. Yeah, we can see that. Deals moderate nature damage to one enemy. Although, why wouldn't that be metal damage? I realize that he's nature and he has nature stuff, but, make it special damage. It's a little weird that it's nature damage. I mean, it's kind of metal-y, I'm just saying. I'm trying to apply logic. All right, let's go. Next one's a long trip. Level 15. Boom. Backup generator. Applies energy regeneration to itself. Okay, could you spread that out and add something else? I'm just going to throw it in the front just because I am not going to keep it, but I don't want to see it again. It's kind of a selfish skill, just saying, All right, so let's go to level 20. Buzz Hand deals moderate nature damage to one enemy. Simple, but it does the job, right? Yeah, it just does the job. Again, though, the tool, I guess that was an upgrade for Tool Hand, wasn't it? Although, do they do the same damage? It does slightly more damage and doesn't do anything else. Okay, let's continue. And of course, this is going to be 25 in his final form. Mental Scanner. Deals moderate nature damage to one enemy, applies possession to one enemy. Okay, well, obviously, we're going to put that there. I have a feeling we're going to hold on to that one. And there he is, his final form. He's got his eye on you. And apparently he's got a headache. I'll speak lower. No, I won't. Alright, let's go. He needs food. That'll fix everything. Alright, level 30. Energy Channeling. Applies energy regeneration to all allies. That's a far better idea. Let's get rid of Tool Hand because, yeah, let's just get rid of that. Let's just get rid of that. Don't know if I'm keeping that one, but obviously it's a lot better than the one we had. Alright, let's continue to level 35. Spike Hand. What is it with the hand already? Deals heavy nature damage to one enemy. Alright. I mean, it's a little better. I mean, this progression is starting to concern me here, you know? Just saying. Alright, let's continue onward to level 40. And for the amazing skill of Energy Fortress, gives 30% stamina to all allies, applies immunity to possession to all allies. That's good. Because one thing is it doesn't require any stamina itself. So this is a guard against something like a General Thetis. Because you use this one, it doesn't require stamina. And it gives 30% stamina back to your allies so they can act. So if you have a General Thetis go first and then he's the first on his team to go, he gives them their stamina back so they can attack. So that's useful. You know, I think it's more useful than this one. I don't think there's any chance of me keeping both of these. You know, it's just, but I mean, getting 30% stamina back immediately in this situation, I just think that's a really good idea. If this had something else, I don't know, I might consider both of them. It's just with 4 skills, I can't take 2 things like that. And this one is just too useful. It's just too useful. You don't even really care what position it's in. If you had this guy on defense and he got zapped with it, it's the only skill he could use. So of course he's going to use it, right? All right, let's go to 45. Still looking for a zinger for that first spot, dude. Energy Channeling. No, not the zinger I was looking for. Dude, don't let me down, all right? Don't let me down. I need a zinger. Come on. Level 50. Hive Scanner. Deals moderate nature damage to all enemies. Applies possession to all enemies. Zing! Yeah, that's kind of what I was looking for. I figured there would, if he got possession a couple of times, I figured he'd have something like that. A little concerned about the accuracy, but... Alright, so let's continue. We got 2 more. I'm pretty sure that we're probably done. I don't know if we get an upgrade to Spike Hand. You know, I don't know. Make it massive or something like that. But I mean, it does its job. It does its job. It's just that it's strange that it doesn't have any kind of an effect with it at all, you know? Buzz Hand. Right, alright. So, I am going to take a little quick look, just in case. Yeah, Energy Channeling, we saw that. Buzz Hand, right, Pet Scanner. Okay, so we saw all those. So we have all the good ones. There's really not much of a decision process here. I would think the only real choice would be, do you want Energy Fortress or do you want the group energy regeneration? And quite frankly, I just don't see that as being a choice. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to take first, we're going to go back over here. His speed's pretty good. His power, he's not really going to do a lot of damage, just saying. And you're not going to really put damage on him either, you know? That's the reason I find that second, that little chain of attacks a little bit on the strange side. I mean, even if there was just like a damage reduction or a daze or something, I just find it a little strange. You know what would be good? A stamina drain. Something like, just something. It's just very strange that considering he has a low power, and let's face it, he's made for speed, and that's what you'd want him, that he would have an attack that doesn't do anything but damage. It's a little weird. You know, just something else, something weird, you know, nothing overpowered like a stun or anything like that. But I mean, just something a little bit something, you know, just saying. Anyway, his life is pretty good. He's not going to be fragile. It's middle of the road. It's going to do the job. But obviously, he's got a good speed, and that's kind of what I figure he's made for. So let's just let's take a look at the skills all the way from the beginning here. All right, this was the last one I got, and it was the one that I was waiting for. All right, so we have Hive Scanner. Deals moderate nature damage to all enemies. Applies possession to all enemies. Obviously, this is bread and butter. You want that one to go off first, right? I mean, you put that in the first position so the AI will fire it off. I have absolutely no problem with putting this guy on defense at this point. Of course, this is possession, and he's a nature monster, so that's a little on the rare side and can be very useful in certain situations, you know, with combinations and such. Having an extra control individual who can do possession is quite useful indeed. And then we have like the one that I just don't understand this one, frankly. I really don't. So here we have Spike Hand. This was a long chain of stamina 25, 0 cooldown. The 0 cooldown is fine. Basically, it just does nature damage. That's all. Just does nature damage. I find that a little strange considering he's got a low power and you really wouldn't put damage on him at all. So I just find that a little strange that it doesn't do anything else. Something even minor would have made some kind of sense. And next we have Mental Scanner. Deals moderate nature damage to one enemy. Applies possession. Okay, so that's a 2-round cooldown. So that's obviously a single target possession. Very useful. Now, I was ridiculing that last one here for a second. But it is a 0 cooldown skill. And with this one being a 3 and this one being a 2, and the last one I believe being a 4, it's actually quite useful. It's just a little strange that it doesn't do anything else. That's all. Just a little strange. So, and then finally we have this one. All right, so Energy Fortress. Gives 30% of stamina to all allies. Applies immunity to possession to all allies. Very useful. And this is definitely a reason that I would put him on defense. If you have a General Thetis come by and wipe the stamina and his turn comes up, yeah, I mean, he can only do one thing, and that's this, because it doesn't require stamina. So he does this, and he gives 30% stamina back to his entire team, and then throws immunity to possession on top. That's very useful. This is actually useful later in a fight, too, because it'll just give your guys 30% stamina back. Maybe they're low on stamina. But I think this is really what it's all about. This is an anti-General Thetis skill. You know, it doesn't require stamina, and it's going to give 30% back to your entire team. And just in case they actually have a possessor as well, it'll do that. Remember, he himself is hardened, so he has a chance, 20% chance of resisting possession. So if the rest of his team is possessed, he can just do this and get rid of their possession. Really very useful, and it lasts for 3 turns. Very useful indeed. Most of this is kind of standard, even though as a nature monster, it's a little unusual to see such possession stuff. The last one is obviously his unique skill that puts him in a useful situation. If you have a war that has nature and water in it, you probably want to throw him in there. Because like I said, if you have a General Thetis, she comes by, boom, no stamina, because like fake, everybody's got her, right? Everybody's got her. He just comes and gives the stamina back. You know, in that case, you would want him going, well, actually, him going first probably be good because he might possess her, although she's got a nasty tendency to resist as well since she's hardened as well. But if she goes first, he goes second, he gives his team their stamina back. And then again, she doesn't have her stamina, so basically you're in better shape than the other guys are at that point. So he is definitely useful. Definitely useful. And although you see I have a Lock Ruin slot, which I'm going to change at the first opportunity, yeah, speed. Speed. That's it. Speed. He's not fragile. You don't really have to worry about that. His first skill is a little bit hard on the stamina, but I mean, he can't really do it very often. And his other skill is really not very hard, certainly not the last one. And he can always give himself, if he runs out, he can always give himself stamina back, you know, just along with the rest of the team. Basically, he's not going to be a damage dealer. You're going to put speed on him. That's what you're going to do. You're going to take advantage of his good speed. You're going to try to get him going as fast as you can, either for the possessions or either to recover from having a stamina devours dropped on you. So is he useful? Yes. Am I going to try to use him in wars? Yes, absolutely. So this is Lord Mindson, and he is actually quite useful. I can't wait to start testing with him. So anyway, thank you very much for your attention. I really appreciate it. And play games because games are fun. See ya!